Oh, let's see what we got. Well, we have the American Atheist magazine. A large calendar. It's very plain and simple. I like it. It's very easy. Nice to read. What? Hi, I'm the Godless engineer, and I am here today to talk to you about this calendar bag that I just looked at. So, just to make this kind of a little bit more informative, I'm going to give you a little bit of history regarding our calendar that we use in the United States. There are several types of calendars out there, but the ones that we're going to be looking at today are the Julian calendar, the solar calendar, and the Gregorian calendar. So the solar calendar is a calendar that indicates the Earth's relative position around the sun as it revolves around the sun. The Julian calendar was invented by Julius Caesar in 45 BC. And the calendar is 11.5 minutes off the solar calendar. So, in order to correct that, they ended up having to advance the calendar 10 days. Fun fact, some Orthodox churches still use the Julian calendar, which is 13 days behind where we are now. The newer Gregorian calendar was created from the Julian calendar, and it was done so under the management of Pope Gregory VIII. And how they did that was they just simply said that century years were not going to be considered leap years, except for the instance that they are divisible by 400. Then they would be. So this, in turn, made it more accurate, and it was only 26 seconds off, as opposed to the 11.5 seconds off that the Julian calendar is. Fun fact, the days of the week were named after the 7 planets from classical astronomy. And they are also numbered according to either Sunday, Monday, or Saturday, depending on the country and traditions. Now that you've had a little bit of a history lesson on the calendar, let's just go ahead and delve into this poem, or whatever this is, on the back of this thing that we had no idea was there until my wife got it home. Just think. You're not here by chance. Yes, you are. You are here by chance. The actual chance of you even being alive is so small that you would think that would make people want to live this life for the best they can and try to be the happiest that they could. But by God's choosing, His hand formed you and made you the person that you are. I don't think that you understand the gravity of that statement. While at first this seems like a very happy-go-lucky kind of statement, but when you apply this to the darker side of humanity, it really doesn't look good for your God. This means that every rapist, murderer, mass shooter, anything that you can think of that's just horrible in our society, that was chosen by God, and He formed those peoples with His hands and made them the people that they are. The next time you want to start pointing fingers when the next mass shooting happens or any other kind of tragedy, how about pointing the finger at God, since He chose for those horrible things to happen, for the people that played pivotal roles in those things. It was allowed to happen. And those people were formed by his hand. He compares you to no one else. You are one of a kind. Yes, you are. You are one of a kind. As I mentioned earlier, everybody is very, very lucky to even be alive. The chances of this world producing the exact same you is nil. It's not going to happen again. Enjoy your life instead of spending every day begging for forgiveness from a magic man in the sky until you die. He has allowed you to be here at this time in history to fulfill his special purpose for this generation. You can put some of the most horrible people in that sentence instead of the you part. Put bad people in there. People that you know are bad. He has allowed Jeffrey Dahmer to be here. He has allowed the Newtown shooter to be here. He has allowed every horrible person to be here to fulfill his perfect plan. This is his plan, according in the worldview of a theist, of a Christian. This is his perfect plan. Right now is his perfect plan. He is a shitty planner. Let that sink the fuck in for a minute. I really don't understand how people can believe these words. It really escapes me because it's like there's no thought process that goes into it. They just read it like a software agreement. They read it and say, okay, that sounds good. They don't think about the gravity of their words. Well, I really appreciate everybody watching this video that has watched it. Please comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this guy out. And I would love to hear anybody's opinion on this poem or whatever this is. I wholeheartedly welcome it. Even if you're a theist watching this and you're not fuming angry right now, send me a message or comment on here and just let me know what you think.